And most recently, the House passed the New Direction for Energy Independence, National Security, and Consumer Protection Act. And this legislation made additional investments in renewable energy sources, provided loans for businesses to become more energy efficient, created a green jobs workforce development program, and provided tax incentives for energy efficiency and hybrid vehicles. And in some ways we're seeing that already in the district. I know I'm working with some companies that are seeking funding, grant funding for ethanol plants that are being built in our district. Just this week we had a company announce that they are going to be moving into our district. It's a manufacturing company, and they are committed to using hydro cogeneration as their energy source and are looking for funding and grants to be able to make tax write-offs in order to be able to make that possible as well. So there are some things that are going on that is starting to make a difference now. Congressman Altmire does believe in stopping global warming. He's in favor of higher CAFE standards. And I will say that at least in our district office and our DC office, we do recycle too. So we bring it as a personal level as well. So it's not just a kind of a rhetoric thing and stand up and say we're in favor of this, we're in favor of this, but we actually do practice what we preach as well.
Okay, Mike Doyle went on to say, as a member of the Energy and Commerce Committee, I have been working closely with my colleagues to find a way to reduce our emissions by 80% by 2050, which is the Step It Up goal. This is what the scientists have told us we need to do, and I am fully committed to this goal. Unfortunately, there is no single silver bullet that can address this problem. The solution will have to be economy-wide and take into account the emissions that come from not only the utility sector, but the automobile fleet and stationary sources also. As we transition from the way we generate power and fuel our vehicles today to the means by which this will happen tomorrow, investments in innovative technologies will be critical. Simply put, I believe that once again, American innovation and ingenuity, when coupled with the resources necessary, will help us reach our goal. We have taken some early steps in energy bill the House passed in July, such as establishing a national renewable portfolio standard, which will require 15% of power generation comes from renewable sources. This bill also contained a provision Mike Doyle authored that would reduce carbon emissions from stationary sources by 2.8 billion tons. These are two pieces of the puzzle and ones which move us forward. I will look forward to continuing our dialogue as this process continues, and I believe that we can work together to meet this challenge. So we appreciate Mike Doyle, what he's done, and taking some stand on the issue. Okay, we also received a letter from the Senate, and I'll go ahead and read this. So now I'm Bob Casey. Remember who I am as I read these letters. Okay, I am writing to applaud your work to raise awareness through Pennsylvania and our entire nation about global warming. His voice is very similar to Mike Doyle. Okay, we must take action now to slow, stop, and reverse our greenhouse gas emissions, or the problem will become more severe and the solution more expensive. I strongly believe that we have a moral duty to preserve the environment, not just so we can have clean air to breathe and clean water to drink, but because this world is in our care for our children and our children's children. As an elected representative for Pennsylvania, I have an obligation to carry out the Pennsylvania Constitution's directive. In Article 1, Section 27, it states, "The people have a right to clean air, pure water, and to the preservation of the natural, scenic, historic, and aesthetic values of the environment. Pennsylvania's public natural resources are the common property of all the people, including generations yet to come. As a trustee of these resources, the Commonwealth shall conserve and maintain them for the benefit of all the people. I firmly believe that Congress must take action now to slow, stop, and reverse our greenhouse gas emissions, and that the United States must stand up as a leader in the international arena to stop global warming. Global warming is a problem so serious that it could physically and irrevocably change the world in which we live. We truly have no time to waste when dealing with a problem of this magnitude. The commitment you have demonstrated to tackling global warming is admirable. I look forward to work with you in the months and years ahead. Sincerely, Robert B. Casey, Jr., United States Senator.